What's up, soul family and everyone out there on the board? This is Moonology teaching detailing. This is going to be a general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars for the second half of the Sun transitioning the sign of Libra. Now, with the Sun being, of course, our actions, our viewpoints, how we see the world around us, as well as correlates to our wants, our actions, viewpoints, and our wants, and how we see the world around us is going to be correlated in Libra energies, which is initiating and creating new ways of thinking and communicating. And Libra was born out of the 7th house of relationships and how you relate to others. Now, with that being said, Scorpio, you are fixed water, being fixated on your own ways of feeling the emotions. And Scorpio was born out of the 8th house of behind closed doors energies, secrets, occult, and mysticism, and anything of the unknown. So, you, Scorpio, are on the other side of Libra, so you're going to be seeing another side to yourself, the more initiative side to your thinking and communicating when it comes to your fixed water energies. So, I hope all of y'all are doing well, having a good season, Libra season overall, and yeah, just hope y'all are doing well and are very blessed. Know that you never be less. But let's continue with the reading. I'm going to shuffle the Universal Character Tarot deck a couple more times, and then I'll pull 9 cards from the Universal Character Tarot deck, completing an overall. And I'll pull clarification cards from the Waite deck, and then move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. So, I'll shuffle this one more time and I'll get to drawing your cards. Alright, so your overall energies of the reading is the Queen of Swords. So you are being in this place of self-awareness and standing in your truth, as well as giving sound advice to those who you feel deemed to give sound advice to, especially when they ask for it. But do your best to not be a Queen of Swords in reverse and cut anybody down in the sake of giving that advice. So, at least do your best to. So Queen of Swords upright does not mean to cut anybody down, but has potential of doing so. The Queen of Swords in reverse just doesn't care. So, with the first card from the Universal Character Tarot deck that you get is the 7 of Swords. So, the 7 of Swords is talking about some type of deception, whether it's your own deception with yourself, aka self-deception, or you're getting deceived from others. We'll have to clarify this to get to know, but there is some form of deception going on during the second half of the Sun transitioning sign of Libra. Now, with the second card from the Universal Character Tarot deck, you get the War card, which is Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo energy. So you can begin with the Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or have one of these energies in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transitioning sign of Libra. But overall, you are completing a karmic cycle for yourself during the second half of the Sun transitioning sign of Libra. It's really good to see. We'll have to clarify that to see what completion is. But moving on to the third card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck, you get the Nine of Cups. So this is you being in emotional independence and sufficiency at this time. So again, another good energy, which independence in the emotional realm and being independent within yourself is very attractive in itself. So just be aware that this is really good energy to be in, and it also is very attractive energy for you during this time. Now, with the fourth card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck, you get is the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is you transitioning mentally or physically to one place to another. You could be moving, or you could be transitioning your thoughts and feelings to a different esoteric location or internal location altogether, and switching perspectives. As you can see here, the boat is moving towards greener lands, which means prosperity, moving towards prosperity. So whatever this transition is, it is for the betterment of your well-being and your highest good, and will bring you prosperity overall during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Libra. Now, with your fifth card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is talking about you adapting yourself to the situation that you're in, or the circumstance that you're dealing with, as well as the need to watch out for communication, your thoughts, more specifically, before you communicate them, but you're doing your best to adapt yourself to the situation and circumstance at hand during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Libra. Now, your sixth card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is talking about you holding on to things too tightly, or maybe this is something that you need to hold on to. We'll have to clarify this to get more information. But usually the Four of Pentacles is you holding on to things too tightly. Or again, we'll clarify this when it comes to it. So with the seventh card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Eight of Wands. So this is you taking action and communicating about what you want and desire during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra, and not letting yourself be deterred from taking action and communicating about what you want and desire during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. And your eighth card from Universal Celtic Tarot deck is the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is talking about you having to make a choice, and through this choice, as you can see here, the Moon card, the Moon is in the specific Two of Swords, so the Moon in the tarot represents your intuition. So do your best to follow your intuition to make the best choice for the benefit of your well-being and your highest good moving forward during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Libra. Now, the last card, but definitely not least, and the ninth card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck is the Lovers card, which is Gemini energy. So you could be dealing with the Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or have Gemini in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. But overall, you are dealing with either a soulmate or a twin flame connection, or you could be listening to your higher self during this time. Alright? So, we'll have to clarify this when we get to it. Now, moving on to clarifications, starting off with the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Three of Cups. So due to celebration or you having good people around you, you're being self-aware and standing in your truth. I feel like you're getting a lot of support, or you're gaining a lot of celebratory energies due from these celebratory energies, or from being the people around you that are really good for you. You are realizing and being self-aware and realizing how to stand in your truth, as well as giving sound advice to others that need it, due to having good people that accept you for who you are, or who or just celebratory energies in general. So, now with the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Swords is clarified by the Page of Pentacles. So, the Seven of Swords is talking about self-deception, since the Page of Pentacles is talking about you giving birth to a new material work endeavor, aspiration, or goal, or business. So, while doing so, you may be faced with self-deception, maybe thinking that you're not good enough, but know that you are good enough, which makes sense why the Three of Cups is there, clarifying the Queen of Swords. So those people that appreciate you for what you do, so don't self-deceive yourself, and instead switch perspectives and know that you are good enough for whatever work or aspirational business endeavor that you got going on for yourself, while learning along the way. You just might, again, need to be learning how more and more about this work endeavor, more aspirational business endeavor, but do your best to watch out for the self-deception during this time while doing so. So, with the World card, the World card is clarified by the Seven of Swords. So, this is what you're completing. I've started off with you self-deception, but I feel like that you're getting out of that with the Seven of Swords clarifying the World card. So that is really good to see, very straightforward. You're just jumping out of that self-deception energy and completing a karmic cycle for yourself. Now with the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Cups is clarified by the Tower card, which is Scorpio energy, which is your energy. So you can be dealing with a fellow Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars. But overall, due to a Tower moment, it is going to put you into the energy of being sufficient and independent in the emotional realm during this time. Whether this Tower moment is already came or is going to come, don't be scared of the Tower moment. Just embrace it and know that it's for the better of your well-being and your highest good, especially with the clarifying the Nine of Cups during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now, your fourth card, being the Six of Swords, is clarified by the King of Cups. So by you being emotionally grounded in your emotions, you are heading into a transition and moving towards prosperity due to being grounded in your emotions and knowing how to deal with your emotions and not let your emotions overtake you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now with the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords is clarified by the Six of Swords. So, talking about this transition again, you are adapting yourself to the circumstances, situation due to this mental or physical transition that you are going through during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Again, very straightforward. Now with the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is talking about you being trapped within your mind, and you may be holding on to this energy. Do your best to let go and know that this is your own doing, by understanding and understanding that you as a spirit or no thing, no shape, no form, only creating and agreeing with thoughts and feelings. So create higher perspectives, positive thoughts and feelings to break out of this mental cage, and so that you can let go of the worry and anxiety during this time. So, with the Eight of Swords and Eight of Wands, Eight of Wands is clarified by the Three of Swords. So, this is talking about a heartbreak, or it can also talk about necessary sacrifice. When it's clarifying the Eight of Swords, I feel like it is talking about a necessary sacrifice that you're needing to make in order to take action and communicate about what you want and desire during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. So know that this necessary sacrifice is for the benefit of your well-being and your highest good, and know that sometimes you need to take necessary sacrifices in order to achieve what you want and desire in your life. So do what's best for you and your highest good and better well-being moving forward during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now with the Two of Swords, the Two of Swords is clarified by the World card, which again is Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo energy. So you could begin with the Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or may have one of the, you're already a Scorpio, so you have Scorpio in your chart, so you may have Taurus, Leo, or Aquarius in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. But due to a completion of some sort, you are being faced with a choice. Do your best, like I said, to follow your intuition and make the best choice for you moving forward during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now, with the Lovers card is clarified by the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is talking about a vision that you've envisioned for yourself and taking a leadership role in, but you must watch out from being impatient about this vision and implementing this vision, because the King of Wands will drop what he's doing if he does not see things growing as fast as he would want to. So have patience, but continue to take leadership role over this vision that you've envisioned. But with the clarifying the Lovers card, this is, I feel like this could either be a twin flame or soulmate connection that you need to have patience with, or having patience when it comes to listening to your higher self. You will know each individually, because each one of y'all will have a different story, but along with the same energies. So do what's best for you, again, for your higher self and the benefit of your being moving forward during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now, let's move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me. Let's feel scat on this. Alright, so your three cards from Mother Moon to you through me. Starting off with the first card is Waxing Crescent Moon. Have faith in your dreams. So, have faith in your dreams. Don't self-deceive yourself when going after what you want to desire when it comes to your dreams. And do what's best for your highest good and the benefit of your well-being moving forward. And know that you do have people that support you when it comes to standing in your truth and being self-aware of yourself. So, like Mother Moon says, have faith in your dreams. Now, your second card from Mother Moon to you and me is New Moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. So bring love into the situation at this time and express that love towards others, and especially towards yourself. So, like Mother Moon says, bring love into the situation during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Your third card from Mother Moon to you through me is Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move, which I see you doing so, but you just gotta watch out for self-deception, and being patient with yourselves, as well as being patient with what it is that you're working and implementing in the present moment. So, like Mother Moon says, be bold and make the first move and believe in yourself while doing so during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. And with that being said, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars, that will be all for this general reading for y'all. I hope this helped. I hope this brought clarity or aided you in any way. Shout out to the whole Soul family. Shout out to Dylan Final Man. Y'all be blessed. Know that you'll never be less. Y'all take care and